Dear Senators, ladies and gentlemen, on the program today, I'm identified as a writer and a journalist, but in some ways, immigrant and naturalized US citizen describe me best. I arrived in the US, as so many before me have, a refugee having fled tyranny and religious persecution during the darkest period after Iran's 1979 revolution. I was a girl when the mandatory dress code, the hijab, became the law. I was a teen when the morality police began making the rounds, stopping and arresting people on a mere whim, sometimes for no more than just a few strands of hair peeking out from under one's scarf. One August day in 1984, when the temperature was intolerably high and the water fountains had been shut in observance of the Ramadan, I, under my thick headscarf and Islamic uniform, began thinking that I would not mind dying if my death would bring the end of those who had made our lives so unbearable. 30-some years since, another girl, a little older than I was then, was bludgeoned to death for exposing a few strands of her hair while in the custody of the same morality police. The leaked scans of her head show fractures to her skull. I'm here today not as an aspiring politician hoping to return to power. I've no political ambitions, nor do I have anything to return to in Iran. I'm here because that girl, Mahsa Amini, could have been me. My accidental survival and lucky crossing into this country compel me to speak on her behalf and make sure that you hear her voice and help prevent such future deaths. The nation that emblazoned the world's memory with humiliating images of blindfolded US diplomats is no longer an enemy. Rather than burn the US flags, Iranian women, the vanguards of the current movement, are burning their headscarves, and the men are there to support them. Unarmed people are marching the streets, no longer chanting death to America, but death to the dictator, blackening the images of the supreme leader on murals and posters. The people who once believed that America, the great Satan, is the source of all evil are now chanting, "Our enemy is right here. They lie when they say it's America." Those foundational underpinnings, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, with only a minor local twist, is what the demonstrators are chanting now. They're calling for woman, life, liberty. They have replaced the term pursuit of happiness with the word woman because they know that no society can be free or achieve happiness if 50% of its people are treated as second-class citizens. It's women who have most consistently resisted this tyranny and persisted against the widespread myth that the hijab is an Iranian tradition. If nothing else, I hope these valorous Iranians have proven that if any tradition requires heavily armed men defending it 24 hours a day or forces them to bludgeon youth to death, either deserves to perish or is simply a tool of subjugation the oppressors wish to disguise as tradition. In short, hijab is as much an Iranian tradition as slavery was an American tradition. Iran has reached a Ukrainian moment. It is the moment when a nation realizes that it is willing to pay the price of its own freedom. They're sacrificing their lives for the cause that, however physically distant from Americans, is detrimental both to Iranians and to the safeguarding of the American values for which we stand. They are not asking others to do their fighting for them. All they're asking for is for our support so they can face their heavily armed Goliaths. No nation can ever succeed or has ever succeeded against such powerful adversary. But with our support, Iranians, led by their women, can reach their freedom and help us all live in a safer world.